What's the most badass thing your parent has ever done? My mom pretended to be dead for 3 days to catch my stepdad cheating. She'd suspected him for months but could never prove it. He was too careful, always deleting texts and taking calls in private. Mom knew something was wrong when he started working late every night and coming home smelling like different perfume. She tried confronting him directly, but he just gaslighted her, told her she was being paranoid and jealous. Abubu even suggested she see a therapist for her trust issues. That's when mom decided to get creative. She worked at the hospital as a nurse, so she had access to medical equipment and knew people in every department. Mom called in sick to work for a week, told my stepdad she was feeling terrible, probably just the flu. She spent 3 days acting sicker and sicker, staying in bed, barely eating, making herself look pale and weak. She even used makeup to create dark circles under her eyes and made herself look gaunt. My stepdad seemed genuinely concerned at first. He even brought her soup and checked on her regularly. Mom studied acting techniques online to perfect her performance. She practiced shallow breathing, controlled her pulse, even learned how to make her skin feel cold and clammy on command. She was committed to selling this performance completely. The so in months for control my captain year. Lexi, I was waste to me how but well let her how but how and weird seek the dringo for auto and waft these seeks of priest that fee walt seeps in as shudder poverty seeps. That genuinely concerned at first. He even brought her soup and checked on her regularly. Mom studied acting techniques online to perfect her performance. She practiced shallow breathing, controlled her pulse, even learned how to make her skin feel cold and clammy on command. She was committed to selling this performance completely. She stopped showering and let her hair get greasy to look authentically sick. On day 3, Mom collapsed in the bathroom. I heard the crash from upstairs and ran down to find her unconscious on the floor. My stepdad called an ambulance, rode with her to the hospital. The whole concerned husband act. What he didn't know was that Mom had arranged everything with her coworker Sarah, who worked in the emergency room. They admitted Mom under a fake condition. Sarah made sure she got assigned to a private room in the ICU where visitors needed special permission. Sarah even created fake medical charts and test results to make everything look legitimate. The other nurses were all in on it because they'd heard Mom complaining about her cheating husband for months. Mom had coached me on what to say. I called my stepdad crying, telling him the doctors said Mom had gone into a coma and they weren't sure if she'd wake up. I practiced my crying voice for hours to make it sound convincing. Even brought real tears by thinking about our dog who had died the year before. For 2 days, my stepdad played the grieving husband perfectly. He visited the hospital twice, brought flowers, even cried a little. But Sarah was watching everything through the security cameras. She documented every time he checked his phone, every fake tear, every moment he looked bored sitting by Mom's bedside. The moment he left the hospital parking lot, he drove straight to some woman's apartment across town. Sarah had given Mom a burner phone so she could coordinate everything from her fake hospital bed. Mom watched through hidden cameras as my stepdad brought this woman back to our house. They were laughing, drinking wine from the expensive bottles Mom had been saving for special occasions. The woman was even wearing Mom's jewelry and going through her closet trying on different outfits. Mom recorded everything on her phone. Hours of footage of them eating dinner at our kitchen table, using our good china, acting like they lived there together. The woman even fed our cat and rearranged Mom's flowers in the vase. They were playing house while Mom was supposedly dying in the hospital. That's when Mom made her move. She had Sarah discharge her secretly through the back entrance of the hospital. Mom drove home and used her key to walk right into the living room where my stepdad and his girlfriend were making out on the couch. The woman screamed like she'd seen an actual ghost. My stepdad went completely white and started stammering about how he could explain everything. Mom just smiled and said she felt much better now. Turns out the whole time she was documenting everything. Photos, videos, timestamps of him leaving the hospital to cheat while his wife was supposedly dying. She'd already copied all his financial records and found the credit card statements showing expensive dinners and hotel rooms. By the end of the week, Mom had filed for divorce with enough evidence to take him for everything he was worth. The judge was not sympathetic to a man who cheated while his wife was in a coma. My stepdad lost the house, half his retirement, and had to pay alimony for years. The best part was Mom kept the hospital bracelet as a trophy. She'd wear it sometimes just to watch him squirm during divorce proceedings.